So we just finished up the pod, and big shout out Dave and Chris for having me on. That was awesome. I had a lot of fun. Um, I wanted to make a video because one of the questions. So if you get a chance to check it out, we did kind of like a lightning round of mistakes that buyers make, mistakes that sellers make, mistakes that agents make. Um, and when I was asked mistakes that buyers make, my response to that was. Um, Waiting too long to contact a real estate agent. Okay. And then we just moved on to the next thing. But I thought it was important enough that for my tribe, for my little community, I wanted to make a video and just go a little more into detail because I feel like I talk about this a lot with my team when we have new buyers being input into our system that we're going to work with. But I don't think that the general public really understands. So if you are thinking about buying real estate this year, next year, um, and you're trying to go about it the most efficient and effective way possible, right? You want to completely optimize the process. The biggest mistake you'll make is waiting to contact a real estate agent. I mean, a lot of buyers, they will wait until they're literally ready to put their furniture on a truck. Like they're ready to see homes. They're ready. Their leases are ending or their job is moved or whatever happened. And at that point, then they're reaching out to an agent. And it's like, you have to understand, there is a large process involved here. Okay. Number one, building your profile. Number two, identifying the right homes for you. Number three, finding those homes, seeing those homes, bidding on them, negotiating, so on and so forth. The problem is everybody understands that part of it. What they don't understand is the work that goes in beforehand. Okay? And the earlier you contact a real estate professional, and I'll cover with you how to do that, but the earlier you contact a real estate professional, it's everything is going to work out better for you. You hear all the time about people getting into bidding wars, right? But even if you check my own timeline, we have people that are winning properties for below list price. And the reason that's happening is because we're meeting them early in the process, and it gives us time to source unlisted homes for them. Okay, so if you come to me and you say, hey, Joe, I want to make a move, and my lease is ending in April, and it's February 5th. Okay, like, you need to see homes that are on the market today, right? Because the standard contract is going to take you about, let's say, 30 to 55 days. Okay. So you need to go, you just don't have a lot of time. So I'm going to take you to see all the homes that are on the market, and you're going to see this, and you're seeing the same homes as every other buyer. One funny thing about real estate is I'll be showing homes to a buyer. Okay, and I'll keep bumping into the same other agents with the same other buyers, home after home. I'm getting to one first, and then we're leaving and putting a key in a lockbox, and that agent and their clients coming up and seeing it right after us. Okay, so that's the homes that you have access to. When you hear about people being in bidding wars, that's what's happening. Is that if there's 10 homes on the market that fit you, you're going to try and buy the best one. But guess what? The 20 other agents that are working 20 other buyers, their buyers think that's the best one too. Buyers tend to generally just agree, and agents, as to which home is the best out of a group. So then everybody makes an offer on that home. One buyer wins it. Then all the remaining buyers make an offer on the second best home. This is New Jersey real estate. This is the blender of New Jersey real estate. Here's the thing. That's not your only option as a buyer. That's only your only option when you wait or you don't have the right real estate professional working for you. Those are your options. You're jump into the blender and be the most alpha buyer in the group that you're going to go win that home. Okay, and that'll work out for you. What we like to do when people meet us earlier in the process is, okay, let's say I see that you're trying to keep your purchase price under $1 million. Here's the 4 towns you're mostly interested in, but here's the one that's the star of the show. This is where you really want to be. Okay, and you come to me and say, hey, we're really thinking about moving in September or October. Great. Perfect. That allows me to reach out to homeowners. And listen, real estate professionals, we have all, people ask me all the time when I call them, like, where'd you get my number? I'm a full-time broker in the state of New Jersey. Like, there's probably not a phone number in this state that I don't have. Okay? And what I can do at that point is call. Okay, you like colonials, 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, you want at least 2-car garage parking, and you want to try and get it for under $1 million in X town. Great. I can figure out all of those homes that are high equity, all of those homes that are completely paid off, all of those homes most likely to sell. I can get the data. I have the data, right? I just have to search for that data, and I'll have their phone numbers, and I can call each one of those sellers. Right? Find out what their plan is. And if it dovetails with yours, now there's an off-market opportunity. And that seller can save on commission. That seller can save on the whole rigmarole of listing a home, right? Where they got to keep the home like a museum. There's showings happening all the time. They're constantly being disrupted. They're afraid to cook a meal in their own home because you don't want scents getting trapped in the home, or a buyer might be coming into the home right after dinner. You know what I mean? So like you don't want to be sitting at the kitchen table with your family and then, Joe Schmo from, Keller Williams comes walking in the door to show the home to their client. So it saves them a ton of drama. And it saves you from the bidding war. You're seeing homes that nobody else sees. Why? Because you started the process early enough and you picked the right agent. So I can't stress that enough. We said it in the lightning round, and I'm like, I want to make a video on this because I think that people drastically underappreciate how this really works. And I think most buyers wait way too long to contact an agent. If I was looking to buy in a different state, if Catherine and I decided we were going to up and move, I would be in touch with that agent probably a year out, making my plan, getting educated on the market, figuring out what my options are, what are the hub communities, what are the bedroom communities, so on and so forth. I would start early. Okay, second part to that is, but you got to pick a real estate professional. This is obviously something that I've learned more over time. When I'm sending a referral, I have a lot of clients that sell in the state of New Jersey, and I've sent them to agents in Nashville, in Austin, in Portland, in San Francisco, in Chicago, in Cary, North Carolina, in Miami. I've sent referrals everywhere. And those agents trust me to find the best agent. So here's how I go about it. Number one, I look for an agent that has 10 years experience in the business. Okay. And that is something that I do not waver on at all. And it has nothing to do with the hustle and the ability of, it has nothing to do with the hustle or the intention or the temperament of another agent. But real estate is a ton like lifting weights. It's an all rep game. The more reps you have, the stronger you are. The more reps a realtor has, the more prepared for scenarios they are. I think back to my 5th, 6th, 7th year in the business compared to where I am now. And I did not understand. I had a fraction of the understanding. And I was one of the top producers in my office. Okay? Like, it wasn't like I wasn't doing business. I was doing a lot of business. But I was nowhere near the agent that I am today. I was just nowhere near it. Okay? When I think back to myself, my 1st or 2nd year in the industry, God bless those people that chose to work with me. And listen, I made a ton of time for them, and I hustled, and I tried to patch every weakness that I had as an agent, but holy cannoli, did I have a lot of weaknesses. I had blind spots. When things went wrong in deals, it was way more difficult for me to keep things together. Okay? Like, I would go to my broker, I would go to other agents, I would get sometimes good advice. I wouldn't be able to deliver that advice as well. So 10 years in the business, that's what I look for when I'm sending a referral out. I know that agent has reps on everything. If there's something wrong with the home inspection, that agent is it's going to be like a butter process for the buyer, and they're still going to win. If there's an issue with the appraisal, if there's an issue with the loan, anything that comes that agent's way, they're going to crush it. Okay, so that's first step. I always look for people 10 years in the business. If you have friends or family that are newer to the business than that, I mean, I commend you for being so loyal. But I've just learned too much in this industry, right? You're going to buy an $800,000 home. If you were getting sued for $800,000, right? You had $800,000 on a line in a lawsuit. Are you hiring your friend who's an attorney for 5 years or 2 years or 1 year, right? Are you really going to do that? So, I've learned that that's how this industry actually does work. It's a lot like that. Number 2, what do I look for? Honestly, agents in professional development. So, like for me, I would look for agents that are in the Mike Ferry organization, like myself. Their professionalism is just, it's a notch higher. Overall, right? Not on every single case-by-case basis. I've met amazing agents. Okay, I've done enough deals. I've met amazing agents that are not into any kind of organized professional development. They're just wonderkins. That's awesome. But they're few and far between. Shout out to the ones that are. Okay, I've done great deals with those people. But I look for people in professional development. They take the game very seriously. They are constantly polishing the service aspects of their business. It's an obsession for them. I'm on a coaching call every week. I've been on coaching calls for 10 years, $1,500, $1,200 a month of professional development my whole real estate career. And I think that when I look at the average agent, the average agent doesn't even enter into this equation. If you guys don't realize this, 90% of people that get their real estate license are out of the business in year 1. Or it's like 85%. It's some almost absurd number. And here's the craziest stat. 95% of them are out of the business by the end of their 5th year. Okay? The real estate industry is like the blender of the buyer business. It is one of the most difficult industries to crack into. It has the highest failure rate of almost anything I can think of. So when you think about just hiring your average agent might have 2 deals. This is no joke. I think the average agent in the state of New Jersey last year, 2024, had 2 deals. I think that's actually true. 2 deals. So yeah, I mean, not a lot of reps there. So yeah, 10 years in the business. For me, professional development, that's harder for the public to figure out. But you can contact me. If you're looking to buy homes in Virginia or Carolina or Tennessee or wherever the hell you're going, I'll find the agent for you, and it'll be the match made in heaven every single time. So yeah, I think that's it. You just want to find serious professional, and you want to start that immediately. You want to start that very early in the process. The amount of stuff that goes on in a real estate deal is more than you think. And I know you think that because all these people get into the industry, it's got to be a pretty easy process. The reality is they don't do any deals. The majority of them don't. So they don't even understand the process. Right? So it's more than you think. You want to get educated on it. It's an important part of the process for me with a buyer. Is we get together, I build out an entire profile for them. I get them educated, I get them caught up to speed on the markets that they're looking at. I get them caught up to speed on the difference between hub markets and bedroom communities and how they can both, how each works in your favor when you're trying to stay in a school district or if you're trying to stay in a specific community. Yeah, stuff like that. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, if you're looking for an agent anywhere in the state of New Jersey and you're not about to call me, then the hell with you. But if you're looking for an agent outside New Jersey and you're not totally sure how to go about that, hit me up. I'll find the agent for you. All right, guys. Thanks so much. Take care.